So, first of all, the fans are going to be excited to see Headband T back. You got the headband on, so they're excited about that. But can you tell us about the name on the back of your jersey? I saw a name on there. Tell
Yeah,
us about that thought process.
as a league, all the players are wearing Breonna Taylor's name on the back of their jerseys. It's been however many days, 100 plus, uh, that our killers have not been arrested. So we're still trying to fight for justice for her. Just making a statement as a league that we're still standing with her, and even though we're not out there on the front lines, we're still trying to make some noise here in the bubble.
Megan Hines.
Hi, Tierra. I know overseas you had abundance of books for you to read when you're over there. Which kind of books have you brought over to the bubble with you, and how many have you already finished so far?
You know, it's crazy. I haven't even started any books. I've downloaded some on my iPad, but I haven't really started any. I'm like halfway through. What's the name of it? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the book I'm like halfway through. But since we've been in the bubble, I kind of just been relaxing for real until we started playing. Just kind of focused on basketball and trying to work with the Social Justice Council on getting some things done while we're in here. So that's been my kind of focus, just working with my team and with other players around the league to try to bring awareness while we're in this bubble and use our platform as best as we can.
Go over to Aria Schwartz with Winsider.
Hey there. Hope you're doing well. Hope the bubble's treating you well. I'm a little bit curious about what you did during the off season to prepare on-court style stuff, you know, to hone your craft, to kind of what you focused on during the off season and growing your game.
Honestly, I played overseas for 3 months. Once that was kind of cut short, I was at home. All the stuff that's going on in the world and in the country right now, my focus has kind of been on just bringing awareness to police brutality, social injustice, and that type of stuff. Basketball kind of been on the back burner for me. So now that I'm in a bubble, this is my time to focus on basketball, but also still bring awareness and using our platform to bring awareness to what's going on in this country with police brutality and racism against the Black and brown community.
I don't see any questions in the queue. Oh, there we go. Miriam Swanson, LA Daily News.
Hey, Tierra. Hope you're doing all right. Hey, so question for you. Obviously, you guys, it was your first year last year with the Sparks, and it was, you know, the new coaching staff, and you guys went through a lot last year. What did you guys learn from the whole experience and all the ups and downs last year that the returning group can bring toward this experience?
I would say with every team, especially bringing in a new group of players, new coaching staff, is going to be a lot of ups and downs, but we made it to the semifinals all in all. So kind of trying to just bring that same energy, stay healthy. But like I said, we're focusing on a lot more than just basketball right now. Even though we're in this bubble playing games, as we talk to you guys and use our platforms, we're going to speak out on social injustice and racism and police brutality.
We'll go over to Brady Klopfer, SB Nation.
Tierra, I'm wondering if with so many moves to rosters, with players opting out and obviously everything that's going on, how much of an advantage in a shorter season does it feel like for all of you to have the same starting lineup that you had last year, even though obviously some differences on the bench, but having that continuity in the starting lineup for just a 22-game season, does that feel like a big advantage?
I would say it would be an advantage just because we have our core group back. We're still missing Chanae. She played big hits for us last year, so that's a big hit for us. But we got some great players that can bring some of the same type energy that Chanae did. But just having our core core together is always going to be great for any team.
John W. Davis, Winsider.
One more follow-up question for you, T. So can you kind of define the persona of Headband T? Because like people really like, and I'm glad you're smiling about it, but people really like to see you like getting into it, but they like to see you score too. Like people just don't want to see you just playing defense all game. Like they want to see you on the offensive side too. Cause, you know, I was talking to a colleague of mine and we were talking about, you know, how does TRP get to a level where people are considering her for all defensive team? Where we were saying that you also need additional stats. Like you got to have stats across the board to get to that level. Cause not that offensive stats count for defense, but it just shows that you're like that all around player. So define Headband T for me.
Well, Headband T kind of just came about. We were playing in Atlanta, and you know, Sydney Weeks wears her headband every game. So I was like, Sid, I'm gonna just wear a headband like you today. Like nothing crazy, just put it on. Then it was happened to be one of my best games. I hit 6 threes in that game. So after the game, we did a press conference, and Chelsea jumped in, and I told her like, call me Headband T from now on. So it just kind of went from there. And I continued to wear the headband for pretty much all of the last season. So hopefully that'll carry over. It really didn't have anything offensively or defensively in mind. It was just kind of a joke. And I kind of just ran with it. Everybody just kind of ran with it. So, I mean, this year is going to be kind of the same. I'm always going to be that defensive player for my team. But wherever they need me on offense, I always find a way to help in any way that I can.
Amanda Skurlock, LA Sentinel.
Hi, Iris. How's it going? I have a two-part question. So I know you mentioned you've been working with other players for like doing social justice actions. I was wondering, one, what do those conversations look like? What have you guys been talking about? Any plans that you could share with us now or stuff like that? And my second part is like, what does it mean to you seeing that progression? Like back in 2016, you guys did the protest and the WNBA fined y'all, and to be where you're at now, like what does that say about the league?
Well, they put together this social justice council. Laisha Clarendon is like the head of it. We have 4 or 5 other players, including myself, that are kind of working together to help us as players use our platform while we're in the bubble just for this year, but this is going to expand on for years to come. But just to be able to use our platform and be able to talk about things that people really don't want to talk about. Right now, it's the Black Lives Matter movement, it's the LGBTQ stuff that's going on, people being killed, racism, all of that type of stuff. So we're trying to do things to help use the players in the bubble, use our platform and come together. Because individually we can do stuff, but we can do so much greater as a unit. So we're trying to get everybody on board and just have the right things going. For us as a league, I think we're taking big steps for sure, because like you said, in 2016, we were fine and things just didn't go the way we expected it to. But now the league is working with us in the Social Justice Council to use our platforms to, expand on what we can do even while we're in the bubble and outside of the bubble. So I think we're taking big steps in the right direction to help grow, not just basketball, but outside of basketball. So I think the league is taking big steps, especially since, like you said, in 2016, we were fine.